We're very lucky tonight to have kind of a distinguished guest speaker. Dr. Karlheinz Essl has come from Austria, and he's actually been in Canada since the 8th. He was in Montreal on the 8th and 9th doing some shows there, something with the Contemporary Keyboard Society. And then I think there was on Sunday afternoon there was from what I understand, a live sort of improv event. I don't know, maybe you can tell us a bit more about that later. And some of its successes, and there was a master class at Montreal. He's here tonight, and then we'll be in Laurier at Laurier University on Wednesday giving a master class. And then sort of the headliner shows on Friday at the Music Gallery, so if anyone's available, that would be great. It's sort of a portrait concert. And there'll be 3 pieces from his Sequitur cycle, a piece called Pandora's Secret, is that right? And a new piece premiere that was written for Junction, called Junctions.
But written differently. Like in English.
Yet another spelling.
With a capital T.
It was a capital
So anyway, we've asked him to come today to talk a little bit about his work in real-time composition and some of his developments in generative and algorithmic music, which should be really interesting. That kind of leads a little bit to, I hope, the topic tonight, which is improvisation and the internet, which Karlheinz has also sort of championed and been experimenting a lot in recently. We've got Junction here tonight, which is fantastic. That's, of course, Elaine, Joe, and Stephanie, and they're going to be performing some music. I know everyone can Google things these days, but I thought I'd just give a little bit of a background on Karlheinz. He was born in Vienna, and I believe did his doctorate there. And he's kind of established himself as truly a leading composer of his generation in both electronic and instrumental genres. And he performs his own instrument, which I thought was worth mentioning, called Maze 2, that maybe you can tell us a little bit more about later. And he developed software for computer-aided composition and sonic environments. He's done residences at Darmstadt, he's completed a commission at URCAM, and I think since 2007 he's been a professor at the University for Music and Performing Arts in Vienna. So anyway, we're delighted to welcome you. Thank you for coming.
Thank you to Adam for this very nice introduction and the possibility to open your fantastic space, and thank you for you to come and to share also your things afterwards, your compositions. Today we make a little journey through the fascinating world of keyboards, which will start with a keyboard instrument which has the name thumb piano. So it's just a very rough folk instrument from Africa. Right at the beginning we will hear a piece performed by Stephanie Chua on this thumb piano. Then we will move from the thumb piano to the toy piano, which in fact is not a piano at all, it's something different. And in the end we'll come to the real piano, which is in fact, as I presented today, not a real piano, but something that is digital and sounds like a real piano or like a slide reel. As Adam already mentioned, all the pieces that are presented today has a computer program in the background that takes compositional decisions that have been designed by the composer, me, and those composition decisions are not always very strict. So there is a sort of improvisational freedom within the software that would create always different versions of the same piece, even though it's fixed as a score, but the electronic part has some freedom in the way that it is being rendered. And this in turn gives the interpreter a new role. So it's not just following the score and playing the piece and reproducing it, but as the output from the electronics is always a little bit different, it challenges her to react on the electronics and create something fresh and on the fly anyway. So this is the idea. Before I speak too much, I would like to ask Stephanie to start the first piece. It's called Sequitur XIV, and afterwards I explain what this crazy title means.